Hey everybody, I'm Matt Hill. I'm here at the OEPA conference here in Oklahoma City. Introduce yourself.
My name's Rob Warren with Deep Fork Automation.
Deep Fork Automation. Rob, where'd you grow up, buddy?
I grew up in Edmond, Oklahoma.
Yeah, my wife did as well. I'm living there right now. We love it. It's a great community. It's tight.
It's a great place to grow.
Isn't
that what they say?
Is that what our motto is? I didn't
think
even
so.
know that. Well, there's a lot of city council members I know that are up for election right now. I'll have to talk to them about that motto. I don't want to grow. I want to keep it small.
That's what my old man said.
Yeah, I want to be like, man, can we just, keep our little community where no one knows about it?
Exactly.
I have nothing but great things to say about Edmond, and I'm blessed to be there.
Oh, I love growing up there.
Yeah. What high school did you go to?
I went to Edmond Memorial.
Were there even that many high schools back then?
There were 3 then. When my brother went there, I think there was only 2.
So I grew up in northwest Oklahoma, so I kind of grew up on oil and gas, farming, ranching. So, I kind of knew all that Okie stuff back then.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if Edmond even knew the rest of the world existed. I mean, did you guys understand, hey, here's all the things we do?
Yeah, so my dad, I was really fortunate. My dad was a big hunter and fisherman, and so I always got out and, running through the mud puddles out in the country and climbing trees and blowing stuff up.
Thank God, Okie boys. What was your first, kind of inkling of oil and gas opportunities out there?
My dad was in the oil and gas business, and he's a small operator. Yeah, small operator, and he always kept telling everybody that I was going to be in oil and gas. And I said, no, I'm not. I hate oil and gas. There's no way I'm getting into it. And I was always into computers and technology and physics and all of that kind of stuff. And
lo and behold, we need all of that.
And come full circle, here I am in technology and oil and gas, and I can't imagine a better situation for me or something that I enjoy more.
Or for us as an industry. I mean, we can talk about it at length probably now, but the more jobs we eliminate where it's more muscle and swinging sledgehammers, that means we need probably 5 to 10 more people for the automation side.
Exactly.
The technology, all that.
It transfers. You don't eliminate jobs here and not gain jobs over here. So it's a really great sector to be in.
Yeah, you need programmers, you need the technicians that, if you have a cool gadget, you need several people working on that.
Somebody has to maintain that.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's fascinating to see how much we thought we were going to be losing people. No, we need more and more skilled, applicants.
And one of the cool things about what we do is that we don't focus on eliminating jobs.
No.
What we focus on is taking the people who are out there and making them more productive and increasing production, reducing downtime, things like that. So that's the ideal position of technology in oil and gas. In my opinion is let's increase our safety, let's decrease environmental spills, let's increase our production, reduce downtime.
Increase production.
All positives.
Yeah, I mean we as an industry we really need to add a lot more production to the whole energy footprint in the world and grow it quickly.
Well, and this is one way we can do it without even drilling more wells, right? We just go in, we make our wells that we do have produce more oil and gas, last longer, and provide more energy to the world, because that's what we do in oil and gas. We're driving the world through our energy production and making the lives that we're all live and enjoy and have come accustomed to possible.
Man, I really like this guy. Just met him. Like we're broing out here. So, tell me everything about Deep Fork Automation. What all you involved in?
Well, I started Deep Fork Automation, I think, in about 2017, so about 6 years ago, almost now. And I've been involved in SCADA and automation since I graduated from school and got started in the oil and gas industry. I started at Chesapeake Energy and just kind of kept.
We're lucky to have people walk by.
Don't interrupt our interview here.
Hop them on in.
And so I started at oil and gas at Chesapeake Energy in oil and gas, and I was in SCADA and automation right from the get-go, and the software side, and I got more kind of into the field side and just learned the whole industry all over, from all different sides. I don't know that much about land. I don't know a lot about.
We have so many friends from there, so that's an excellent company to get started.
And as much as it was an excellent company, I had the most amazing team I could have ever imagined. I'll never work with a better team of people. So I got to say sorry to Levi when I say that, but
come on, there's got to be one that you didn't like. Tell me.
There were a couple that I didn't like, but there were so many that I liked so much, and we just got along. We had such a great chemistry there, and I think there were a bunch of teams like that at that time. And then, as the company grew, I ended up going to work for a different company, and then as that kind of dissolved, I got my severance and said, I'm going to start Deep Fork Automation. So I'm the owner and entrepreneur of Deep Fork Automation. Things going well? Things are going really well. We're really, really busy. We've grown a lot in the last 2 years. But what we do is we run a hosted SCADA system.
Okay.
So SCADA stands for Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition. So remote monitoring, remote control, think of it like that. And a hosted system is we run everything. We take care of everything. All you need to do is pull out your phone and you can see everything that's happening at your well, just right from your phone, right from your computer. You don't have to hire anybody. You don't have to worry about anything. You just pay a flat fee per well per month and we take care of the rest.
Because I've got a friend right now, he's got a couple wells and he's out at his well site several times a day, and that would definitely come in handy.
Absolutely. How much is your time worth, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and not including
not so much.
Yeah, it's different for everybody. So yeah, don't ask my wife how much my time is worth. But no, I mean, windshield time, it's hours, even money you spend on gas driving out to your well. If you could just pull up your phone, see it, and say, oh,
but this
I
is
want
even
this
more
to shut
accurate
down.
data too.
Yeah, I mean, you can just hit a button and start and stop your well. I've got a little demo right down here that I can start and stop with my phone right now, standing here.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And so being at this conference, I mean, however many operators this could represent, U.S. land alone, we have, about 1 million wells running.
Right.
That's give or take, a few, but that's ultimately what everybody comes down to, about 1 million wells. So you got potentially a huge base to cover.
Absolutely. And, one of the interesting things is this is kind of a smaller operator.
Sure. Independence.
Exactly.
Their time is definitely different. They need this.
Well, but they're the ones who don't want to use it. So that's why we're here, to help those guys. And part of the problem is that a lot of companies come in and say you have to spend tens and tens of thousands of dollars to automate a well. Whereas I'm trying to bring in some new hardware that we've designed ourselves, try to get you in the door for a well for under $500.
Wow.
On a well, be able to monitor
That's
stuff.
a game changer.
Absolutely.
I'd raise that price. We'll wipe that clean. No, I'm kidding.
But that's where I want to be. I focus on the smaller operators because the bigger operators, they have their own system. They don't need me. The small to mid-size operators, that's who needs our help. And we're cost conscious, so we want to do the best for them we can.
Are you seeing the system tie into more and more other automations out there on location?
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's where I keep seeing this technology going.
Yeah, and one of the other things we do is there's a lot of tie-in to downstream systems.
Yep.
So, pumpers have to come in and daily enter all of their information in. Well, if you have gas volumes and tank levels, why not just take that data and pump it to your downstream systems, which we do, and save them the time from having to key in a bunch of that information.
That's
especially,
fantastic.
a lot of the pumpers these days are older. They don't like technology. They don't like computers. They don't want to be on entering that stuff. All they have to do is get on, look at it, and say, yep. They're money ahead.
That's excellent. Where do you see, maybe, some future things that are coming down the pipeline for, smaller operators out there?
Well, if you look at, you like to hear people talk about the Internet of Things or
Yes.
the industrial Internet of Things, IIoT. I like to think of that as we're taking electronics that exist and we're making them smaller, cheaper, more abundant. So what you should look to see is prices on industrial electronics and components in the field potentially coming down significantly, which is what we're working on. And you're seeing a lot of new industry disruptors coming in and trying to make that happen.
Good.
So you've still got your giant dinosaurs, your ABB, Emerson, Ferguson, Beauregard, those kind of people who are out there. They have their hardware and they use it, and it's great stuff, but it's still pretty expensive. If you want to save a bunch of money, you can go with something that's smaller, newer, not as industrially hardened necessarily, but I'd rather pay $10 to put something out and have to replace it twice over 10 years than $10,000 and not have to replace it over 10 years.
Yeah, that's great. Rob, thank you very much for doing this. How do people get a hold of Deep Fork Automation?
www.deepforkautomation.com.
All right. Edmonite, reach out, use this guy, use his equipment, get your wells talking to you on your phone.
Hit us up on LinkedIn, Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
We'd love to hear from you.
him on this. Thank you. Appreciate
Absolutely.
you.
Thank you.
Take care. God bless everybody. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.